Keep it going there. Yeah, are you guys hear me? Okay. So, I don't know. This is what happens when I move my shit. I go do a live stream on location. Now I'm going to fucking really have a meltdown now. So you're welcome. You get to watch some crazy shit that's going to happen tonight because I get frustrated with this kind of shit that goes on with the technology. So fuck you, technology. Fuck you, Bill Gates. Fuck you, everybody else. Fuck you, Elon Musk. Fuck you, I just hate this kind of shit. Oh my god. So yeah, thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight. Yeah, this is what happens when you go out and hang out all day at the golf course, you drink, and do all sorts of bad shit. So, bad lip reading would be great. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Yeah, Justin, that would have been friggin' awesome to be able to just kind of put your words in my mouth. Uh, that should be a separate show there. That should be like a whole nother podcast episode where we just don't even. I don't even have any audio going out. Where it's now you guys get to narrate what the hell is going on here. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. Let's try to start this fucking intro again because my stupid mixer board isn't want to cooperate tonight. Maybe it's just me. That sounds explicit. Yes, I know. I'm on fucking fire tonight. I'm F-bombed. So make sure your kids are not in the room tonight because it is on like Donkey Kong. So yes, it is on like motherfucking Donkey Kong tonight. So yeah. So thank you all for tuning in. Let's start this over again. So yes. Thank you all for tuning in to the biggest happy hour in a half an hour tonight. Thank you all if you checked out our live stream or live chat that we just had with JJ Jackson, aka High and Angry, recent competitor on the show, Moonshiners, Master Distillers. So JJ Jackson. So again, so thanks for tuning in to that show. Again, I know a lot of folks tune in for our little bit show there. The little 7 to 8:30 show. And again, I thank you all for our normal or regular viewers who hung in there. Who we have normally our happy hour at 8 p.m. on Thursday nights. But tonight, again, we shifted a little bit. Again, I thought it was a kind of a cool little thing. We've done a little intro here for our live podcast. A lot going on this week here with what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, I've got live streams on location. I've got to take a look at what the hell I got going on here with the mixing board, things that are off. We had to drop the podcast, JJ's podcast Tuesday, and again, thank you all for checking it out there. If you haven't already, thank you. Go ahead. It's a great episode. If you watch it, it's kind of good. If you've missed any parts, listen to it in the car there. So again, thank you, JJ, for joining me. A super awesome guy. We could have definitely, you probably can tell, we could have talked for hours. I love talking. I love to hang out with people and just listening and learning more about them. And yeah, so that, and then obviously we have our show tonight, our happy hour show, a bingo night. So again, real quick, we'll try to get to this up front here. So again, if you're wanting to we do a monthly, for those that are new, we do a monthly bingo, virtual bingo here. We'll give you a link to play bingo. Siri can tell you all about it there. And Siri Faye there, she's one of our longtime listeners, supporters, visitors, whatever you want to call it. I should just make you a moderator, Siri. And yeah, so we'll play bingo tonight. I got some shit to give away. And again, but if you want to play, I'm trying to to cover the cost of shipping and stuff like that, right? I don't have a whole lot of big sponsors yet and all those things, but it covers shipping costs. Is I just asked you to go ahead and just go over to our Patreon page. It's like to play bingo if you want. If you do it one time, if you want to cancel and so forth. Again, check out the Patreon. Let me know in the chat there if you want the Patreon link there, if you can subscribe there. Again, it just helps me cover costs of shipping shit out to you. Again, you ask anybody in the chat here is one of any of our regulars. I do kind of have stuff, some giveaway stuff. So anyway, I'm out of breath because I'm kind of fucking on a rage here. Trust me, I'm not like Cocaine Bear. I didn't do a whole lot of cocaine, but yes. So I need to slow down a little bit because that's a whole lot of love, right? So again, thank you all for tuning in here tonight. So yeah, some new listeners there. So I want to give a shout out there to Sean and Siri. So yeah, some of our new folks here, Rough Spirits, Jeep and Justin. Who have we got there? Ruben. So thanks you all for tuning in there. So yes. I'm going to give you the fucking air horn tonight here. Again, I'm on fire here because of my technology issues, and I've been hanging out at the golf course all day just fucking drinking. So, again, thank you very much for tuning in there. So, yeah, I'm not sure if JJ's going to join us in the live stream. Let me check here. We'll see here in a sec if I can see if he's joining on the Zoom here. So, give me one sec. As I mentioned in the live stream there, we talked about...
Recording in progress.
We talked about how...
Recording stopped.
I am the producer. I'm the merch guy. I'm the star. I'm everything on this friggin' endeavors here. So anyway, so yeah, so there's check it out. The bingos. That sucks. I don't use Paetron. Too many issues. I left the app. All right, so I do have a Cash App, Rough Spirits. If you want to play, I do. There isn't, again, it's like, like it's nothing crazy. Again, it just helps cover the cost and stuff like that. So again, if you're interested, I can drop the Cash App link. If you're interested, and like I said, for Siri and Sean, they've been in the for us a while. So, all right. So anyway, so let me get to some of the shit that we got going on here tonight. Again, this is supposed to be the biggest happy in a half an hour. Hey, Evil Ginger, how you doing? Thank you for joining. They are carrying over from our recent chat there with JJ on our live podcast. I'm going to tell you guys a secret here before we get into anything, right? So for those who tuned into the JJ episode here, I should not admit this. Guys out, thighs out. Evil Ginger, I'm Scottish, so I do wear a kilt, so I'm not quite sure how much thighs out I'm able to show without showing too much, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so, man, I said I've been out there all day today. Today was I took a day off here to go to the PGA golf tournament here and hang out with some people, and it was one of the things I have never been able to do, haven't done before in the past. Here at PGA and Palm Beach Gardens, again, we live here in South Florida. Again, I'm sure some of you might be dealing with cold weather, snow, etc. But I was wearing shorts today. Yeah, so I wasn't quite sure. I wasn't quite thighs out, Evil Ginger. I was actually, maybe legs out. I'll give it that. I give it to that extent there. But it was, so while we're doing our show here, I had to take a little nappy nap to get ready for the show here tonight. So I kind of maybe dozed off a little bit. So again, if I may doze out there in the chats there, I'm sorry. I had to take a little bit of power nap there to get back into it. So rock out with your, well, I don't know, Rough Spirits. Maybe I just might, okay? He's going to show us his haggis. I'm telling you, man, maybe I'll have to post it, but well, I don't know. Again, if you follow me on social media and so forth, I'm sure you definitely can see your picture. Ask Siri, again, Siri knows. She's, like I said, she's one of our long time first times or whatever you call it. She is definitely hangs out, so she knows. She can definitely call bagpipe Ruben. Oh my God, you guys are killer. This is exactly what I expected. Yes, this is exactly the chat shit I want to fucking hear. Is you guys are on fire tonight. So yeah, so big fucking air horns tonight for all you guys for tuning in tonight. It's gonna get crazy crunk. Is that a word? I don't know. Am I too white to say it? Oh, I shouldn't say that, right? Because I'm too white. I shouldn't say crunk. I'm too old, too much of an old white guy to say crunk. Anyway, well, yeah. Listen, Evil Ginger. When you wear a kilt, you don't have to worry about Frankenbeans getting all torn up in the railroad tracks, all right? Like in Something About Mary. That's not going to happen with me, right? I'll just say that. Just leave it to your imagination. So anyway, I guess he used the coconut. Oh my God. For those that are... For those that haven't, oh my God, you guys are killing me. For those who hadn't tuned into the live chat there with us and JJ in our podcast episode here, you're gonna miss some of the references. Oh my God, this is too much. All right, anyway, I gotta focus here. You guys are getting me all fucking. I gotta take a break a little bit here. Amuse yourselves here. I don't know in the chat there. I've got to stay in focus here because I'm gonna be. I suffer from undiagnosed ADHD, I think. Anyway, so, all right, let's get to it. I know we got a lot of shit to cover here today. Again, we have bingo again. If you want to do bingo tonight, if you don't want to do Patreon, there's a Cash App. Again, $3. Get into it. Again, it just covers cost for me to ship your shit out there. I get a lot of stuff that I have here from different spirits companies, brews companies, etc. So I do have some giveaway shit tonight. But anyway, it's all fun. Again, it's all hangout. Again, it's all about, if you're new to the podcast and you're new to the show here, Drums and Rums, the happy hour show, the biggest happy in half an hour, which I don't think we're going to go half an hour, because we're going to definitely go over. That's what it's all about. It's like we're hanging out, having a good time, we're drinking some stuff, we're talking shit, we're listening to music. That's what it's all about, right? I don't care what political affiliation, what religion, etc. We're all here. We have a common thing. We're all hanging out and enjoying each other's company. That's what it's all about. There's too much negativity going on in the world today. I just want to hang out with people that are really cool people yeah, we're going to talk a little bit of shit. We're going to give a little bit of rubbing. You know, well, wait a minute. Well, I guess if the mood is right, we'll maybe give a little bit of rubbing to everybody. But that's what it's all about here, hanging out here. So, yes, Don, thank you for joining. Yes, my buddy Don Tucker. Yes, he is my homie down there. Well, not down there, I guess. You know, he is a. I'm trying to think here. Don is, anyway, he's my rum homie. So yes, if you guys got any questions about rum, hit Don up. So again, he's one of our rum aficionados, if that's the right word there. Let me see here. All right, so I'm crying over here, LOL. If it's not Scottish, oh yes, keep it coming, Justin. Keep it coming, because I've probably heard of everything. Welcome to Demon Hour. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. I don't suffer from mental illness. I enjoy every moment. Yes, that's what she said. The English, Irish, I'm English, Irish Don. For those who are about to rock, we salute you. Yes, Ruben, that's right. Identify as drunk. You, my pros are drunk. I love this. I love this. Again, thanks for doing that. I haven't even got out of the chat here to try to jump over to some of this other shit that we got going on here. So anyway, I think we're going to just jump in. We're going to skip cocktail cam tonight into cocktails because I think I've had already too much cocktails tonight to do a whole cocktail cam. Plus, I actually forgot to make something. But again, we could talk about that real quick. I'm going to do our What the Florida segment here first, and I'm going to tell you about our Florida Man segment. Here we go.
This just in. Breaking news about this week's Florida Man. Now here's Paul Robertson.
Alright, so there you go. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize for that. So we were I had totally switched up the cameras again. I've changed scenes, so I'm going to try to be very careful about changing stuff up. Alright, so there we go. So grab his attention as soon as, So you guys got to raise your hand a little sooner. When I'm going to roll, man, it's hard to kind of stop the train here. So, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and read the story here again. My apologies. Thank you for all hanging there. That's my fault. I guess it must be amateur hour for me, yeah, because I must totally suck here. So, all right. So here we go. Let me read this again. That's all right. So I'm gonna tell you all in the same level of. Hold on. At the top of this Yahoo News, it says Playboy Pleasure. So I'm getting a little distracted here. But all right. Anyway, so here we go. Fox News. He reports on the Yahoo News. Florida man punches bobcat in the face to save daughter's dog. Clawed into me. Okay, so here we go. A Florida man reportedly fended off a bobcat on his daughter's dog by swinging his fist, clocking the wild animal in the face. Paul Broadhurst told Fox 32 Orlando that he was walking the dog, Coda, on February 11th in the Stony Brook neighborhood of East Orlando when the bobcat pounced. The bobcat, he clawed into me pretty good, and I ended up having to punch the bobcat in the mouth to get it off me. He was walking down the sidewalk. That bobcat was just over the top of him. He no sooner got there and ripped him off. Oh, man, did I read that right? Jesus Christ. He was walking down the sidewalk. He was walking down the sidewalk that the bobcat was just over the top of him. Okay, all right, I guess I did read it right. Broadhurst was left with scratches after he tried to pry the animal away from the dog, eventually sending the bobcat skirting the tree line. He got away lucky, Broadhurst said about the family pet who was uninjured during the attack. This is a very high traffic area, Broadhurst explained. People walk their dogs and have their kids. They were small kids in the area, 1, 2, 3-year-olds, and if the bobcat got on them, it would have been a bad outcome. Broadhurst's home is next to a conservation area, and the Environmental Education Awareness Research reports Frank Robb suggested that people walking their pets should carry an object like a walking stick so that they can put it between their pets and any animal that is rabid or looking for food. When homes get built, these wild areas are being taken away, and you're going to see more conflict with wildlife, Robb said. Be aware of your surroundings and know where you live. Florida Fish and Wildlife took the report on the incident and it's investigating. So there's for you, Mr. Broadhurst there. So thanks for, again, defending your pet, defending your animal, defending that. Yeah, again, some people would be look, I would be probably the same way here, right? I would have been like getting involved and getting in there, try to save my animal, unfortunately I don't have a dog anymore, but if there was something going on, of course I would have been like totally. And I was talking earlier, you guys didn't hear me, and I said was, there was a recent story this week where a woman unfortunately was attacked by an alligator because she was walking her dog near water in her development, and she walked by and The alligator came right up out of the water, got the dog, must have been on leash, pulled her in, and she ended up dying. So you got to be real careful here in Florida. I mean, you got things like bobcats, you got alligators, you've got Florida man, you got the swamp cabbage man somewhere there, you got chupacabra, you got lionfish, you got pythons in the Everglades. Apparently, there's monkeys with AIDS in the Everglades too. I mean, there's all sorts, bath salts, zombies. So that's why Florida is an awesome place to live, because there's no fucking dull moment going on here, bro. So yeah. So all right. So again, thanks for hanging in there while I was fixing my sound issues here. So hopefully, let me check here. I'm going to switch back to full screen here again. So thanks for checking to listen to our story there, our Florida man story. Checking out there. So yeah. So let me check out here. All right, mute again. Okay, I think we're good here. Don said he's gonna cheetah. You should have probably added to grab his attention. Okay, I hear you now. Yes, thank you all. You really don't want to know the history with Playboy and dogs. I did a whole podcast. Oh, Ruben, we need to talk, bro. Dogs and Playboy. I'm intrigued. All right, you had me there. Speaking of bad kitties, oh boy, evil ginger. All right, so yeah, thanks for tuning in again tonight. Again, if you're new, again, like I said, if you're interested in just give me a thumbs up or yes if you do want to do the bingo tonight. Again, we have some stuff that we're doing a giveaway on. So say if you want to play bingo, just say yes, and then we'll go through and just kind of get you set up. If you want to do the bingo, just go ahead and either Cash App. If you just want to hang out and kind of listen to the bullshit we're going to talk about with those that are going to play, that's cool too. Again, it just covers the shipping cost that I actually send out stuff. And again, if you're new to the live stream here on Thursday nights, you can ask some of our regulars here who do play normally that I do send shit out there to some of the winners there. So anyway, so again, real quick there, while you guys are figuring out if you want to play or not, here's what's been going on this week. Again, we did a live stream at local live gourmet market here place in West Palm Beach. Again, I love getting down there and talking to the mom and pop stores, people that are, again, it's great to kind of share some light on the local community, the mom and pops. And even when I do the podcast, even some of the craft distillers, obviously I talked with JJ there on that podcast. Again, some of the, give an opportunity, a platform for those to learn more about some of these, smaller brands or smaller companies, or even the musicians, right? That's another thing too. Don't forget we do actually a music thing too. And I love talking to them, right? And again, you can probably tell by now, I love talking in general, right? And so those are kind of some of the things that, hold on here, let's transition. Those are some of the things where we'll go through and, so anyway, so we did a live session here. We do work with a local distributor here, partnered with them to do some, wine tasting nights or rum tasting nights or spirits tasting nights or any whatever. So we were down here in West Palm Beach on Tuesday night. We did a live stream there, so again, you probably can go check out some of the videos there on the live stream. And then also, we did our Drop Their podcast with JJ, right? So High and Angry, so it was a great episode. Yeah, I definitely want to meet JJ in person. I would love to travel and do this. So if anybody's like independently wealthy who wants to fund, me traveling around, it's like my idea of a Guy Fieri show meets like Sammy Hagar's show where we're doing music and booze together again and doing all that stuff. So like, get me out of this studio. Let's get on the fucking road here, bro. So yeah, so we're doing that. So with that, then obviously our show tonight. But it was a great episode there. If you missed out and you haven't listened to the episode there, or you didn't watch the video there, we just had on there at 7 o'clock with JJ. It was a great episode there. He was a recent competitor on the show Master Distillers on Discovery Channel, and so it was a really fun watching the show. I watched the show even before talking to him, meeting him, learning him. That's why I had a lot of questions about the Master Distillers, like. So how much is it real? How much is it, as a distiller, that if you're legit or not legit, that you're kind of allowed to do or not self-incriminate yourself, right? So, so that was really cool. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. We have a show tonight. We have some other stuff. So coming up for March, really looking forward to it. I have one of our past alums, Nia from My Rum Diaries. She's going to do a podcast takeover. From March, where it's International Women's Month, and in the last couple of years, I've had all of the podcasts during March. I've featured, women that run their own distilleries, women drummers, or something of that nature, and it's been really cool. So if you go back and listen to any episodes from March, you can check out there some of the. Now again, I'm not being sexist and say it's only the time I have women on the show. There's plenty of women like Dorothea Taylor, the grandmother, godmother of drumming. You probably all know her. She's like all over social media. The little granny drummer, godmother drummer. Yeah. So anyway, so check it out. So we've got a lot of stuff coming on. Again, I have more ideas that I know I can fit in my day, especially with my day job and family and all the other stuff. But yeah, so a lot coming on. So I thank you all for checking out, hanging in here, tuning in, hanging out, in the chat there, talking shit. That's the best part of it, right? Is talking shit in the chat here. So, let's see. Oh, so Siri already wants the prizes sent to her, I guess. So is there anybody can contend? I guess Siri, if nobody else plays tonight, you're going to win the prize just by default there. So if nobody else plays tonight, then I guess by default you're going to win tonight. So we'll make it easy. So again, do we even bother playing then, I guess, at that point? So, but speaking of Siri there, one of our long-term fans here, and I don't have it here in arm's reach, but she did win some stuff. We made some vanilla. So if you're all any fans of vanilla, vanilla rum, vanilla extract, we've made here some different vanillas from some of the rums that we have and some of the rums that we've had on the show. So some vanilla rums that are ranging from smoked coconut rum to regular coconut rum to wine barrel aged rum to 151 proof rum. So all sorts of different vanilla extracts that we've done in the show here. So anyway, so she knows all about it. So EJ notes of coconut. Yeah, the smoked coconut. So if anybody live in Texas, check out Rock Sound Rum. Hold on. So there you go. So there's Rock Sound Rum again. Just a quick little shout out there to these folks here in Texas. A great, again, it's a small company there. They're cracking into the market there in Austin, the Austin area, Texas area, etc. Again, it's a smoked coconut rum. So again, it's amazing taste that they have on there. So yeah, check that out. If you're in the Texas, Austin area, etc. Though. Joel is one of him and his wife are the owners of the company, and it was kind of cool because I went out there about this time last year, and they were working on breaking the record for the largest daiquiri. If you guys remember Chive TV, again that predated TikTok and all this other shit but it was, and they still run it in the sports bars here in Florida at least. Chive TV is like where all the crazy videos, kind of like America's Funniest Video. That's I guess not okay for running on ABC, America's Funny Videos. But yeah, so Chive TV headquarters is in Austin. They did the event there. I really appreciate the inviting me to that event. It was actually really cool. So, so check that out. Yeah, so again, Siri, I know she's squared away again. That was one of the prizes she won for the December, I think. We did the big bingo night that night too. So, but yeah, so. Alright, so anyway, so again, we're saying, so at least I think Siri's got a thumbs up on doing the bingo. Anyone else want to do the bingo here, just let me know in the chat there and we can get squared away, send you a link or however, if you do want to play. If not, no big deal. Again, if nobody else is going to play other than Siri, because I know she's a Patreon member, then I guess I just will, like she says, I'll just go ahead and mail this stuff out to Siri. And if up to you, Siri, if we just want to skip the bingo and just keep talking shit and drinking, like I actually haven't even drank anything yet, so I'm actually, I think I drank a lot today, actually. Wow, amazing FU autocorrect. I'm not quite sure what that means there, but anyway, so while we sort that out, I do want to talk about. I mentioned. Hopefully, Dom, if you're still in the chat there. So at the Honda Classic today here in Palm Beach Gardens, one of the PGA tournaments there, Goslings is one of the main companies. So you're probably, if you're not familiar with Goslings, you probably do know that you have heard of a Dark and Stormy, right? A cocktail called the Dark and Stormy. And the Dark and Stormy is made specifically, it can only be used if they make the reference in a menu or whatnot. It has to be Gosling. So that's like the trademark. So if you are in a location that says, hey, this is a dark and stormy, it has to be legitimately is with Goslings. Now, of course, we all know it can be made with other stuff, but it just can't be called it, right? And again, there's a lot of others. We've had many different rum companies on the show here over the last couple of years. They make their version of the dark and stormy, but they call it something else, right? Like really bad rum, they call it tropical depression, right? Or something to that effect. So anyway, so again, if you're already familiar with the Goslings, Goslings Black Seal Rum, again, that's been around forever, right? They just came out with a aged product called Spirited Seas, and I think, if I remember correctly, I made a comment in this over in the chat, or in the chat where we had JJ's, or in our live chat there. Yes, see, Don says they will sue you. Yes, that's right. So Goslings, oh geez, I have to go through, decline the offer. So Goslings just came out with a aged, it's called Goslings Spirited Seas Ocean Aged Rum. So the story is, and actually the owner of the Goslings was there today, and again, I'm always willing to talk to somebody, and always willing to schmooze, and I always talk about their podcasts and all these things. And he was there, and I told him, I said, hey man, I said, I do this podcast, I'm a drum guy, hey, I'd love to do an episode with you. Why don't you fly me out to Bermuda? I'll do an episode with you there, tape all this stuff, fly me out to Bermuda, I'll hang out with you, right? So, again, if anyone's interested in being a producer or an assistant for me, let me know in the chats, and we'll go, and if they call me and I need somebody to go with me to help me carry my bags, let me know in the chats if you're interested, and, we'll sign you up. So, yeah, so this product here, again, I guess it just came out, according to them. It's a 44% ABV, so it's 88 proof. And it says it's an introducing Gosling Spirited Seas Rum, a generous gift from the wild Atlantic Ocean. The voyage starts by filling vintage bourbon barrels with a superior blend of aged Bermuda rums. The barrels are loaded onto a vessel, and the rum ages for another year at sea, traveling back and forth from Bermuda to the mid-Atlantic. The stormy seas and the air have an extraordinary effect on the blend. The rum interacts with the charred American white oak over every wave, extracting all of the barrel's flavors. The result is an elegant complex with an oaky nose, hints of salted caramel, luscious spice. Yeah, that should be the name of my new band. Luscious spice. And a smooth finish. Premium aged Bermuda rum finished at sea over 59,000 nautical miles. So, talking to them today, I guess it's been out for a little bit because the reviews are on their website. But yeah, so this is selling for, on their website, listed as a retail of about $56, 55 to $60, let's say. And so they said that they basically put on this ship. I guess there's some cargo ship that goes back and forth between New Jersey and Bermuda. So I guess it just travels back and forth. They keep it on the barrel, and it's a little bit of ocean aged, and I guess that's it. So I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty interesting, actually. It was kind of interesting flavor. Again, for those that are not rum folks, it is definitely a rum with obviously the bourbon aged in the barrel there. So I was like, it wasn't bad. So most people probably don't even know about it because all they know is even the rum folks just as a Goslings in general. So, but yeah. So let me see. Let me catch up here. You can call it dark stormy. You just can't call it dark and stormy. Correct. Call it something else. I made one at home with Cruising Blackstrap or the Lahaina, Hawaii, right? Maui. Yep. And Don, have you been to Maui? I probably assume so. I'm pretty sure Dark and Stormy is a movie Stormy Daniels did. Oh yeah, I know. It's on my Netflix, Ruben. And wait until next year. I get an extra week of vacation then. All right, Caddy. Okay, dang. I finally got the 151. Oh, okay. So you got 151 Goslings. Nice. So all right. So again, some of our rum folks here in the chat. Sean and Don. They're definitely rum enthusiasts. So again, if you got any questions about rum, you definitely hit them up. They will help steer you if you're interested in rum. So yeah, so that was kind of cool. Trying some new rum today. I haven't had that before. Meeting actually the owners of the rum company, and yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that was kind of the content of my day today. Now, the reason why we have the thumbnail that says 200 miles an hour, high and angry. Obviously, the high and angry part is the podcast we just dropped this week with high and angry JJ Jackson. They're our distiller that we just talked about. But the 200 miles an hour part there was, if you follow me over on TikTok or over on Instagram, I was posting some stuff this past weekend. I was at the Daytona 500. Again, some opportunities I have with my day thing is I get a chance to be at certain events, and that happened to be the whole Speed Weeks. Again, if you're into NASCAR, that was some of the stuff we got a chance to do. So it was actually really great. Thank God it didn't rain crazy this weekend, because in years past it always seems to be some type of rain delay, and I've got to stay at the track longer and all that stuff. But it was awesome there. The Blue Angels. I say that again. I said it last night. The Thunderbirds flew over. Did a great show also. So again, it's really cool. Just kind of seeing all that stuff going on there. So, but yeah, so that's why we're 200 miles an hour, high and angry. So again, it was because of our reference to me being at the Daytona 500 this past weekend. And again, things to do in Florida. I went one weekend from hanging out in Miami with Mr. Don Tucker there in the Miami Rum Congress, to going to the Daytona 500, to this weekend. Who knows what Paul is up to this weekend? You never know with what may be going on. But yeah, so again, I appreciate everybody hanging out here tonight, tuning in. I don't know, like I said, I don't know. I think JJ was going to try to join us here tonight in on the chats. I know he had some stuff going on there. Definitely appreciate him even tuning in with with some of the stuff we were doing here. Let me see if I can take it even a look. No, I may not be able to see this conversation. Alright, well anyway, so if JJ joins us, I guess he can ping me the chat and we can always start up another conversation here. So yeah, so alright, so again, I just want to real quick here, shout out there is anybody else going to do bingo other than Siri? Because if Siri is the only one that's doing bingo tonight, I'm just going to offline Siri. I'm just going to tell you what you're going to win. Obviously, some stuff that I got from the Miami Rum Congress last week. So, anyone else doing bingo, give me a thumbs up, yes, or whatever. If not, we can kind of move forward. We are definitely way over our timeline anyway, which is okay. You know, we never stay to half an hour anyway, so which is all good. Again, you guys are making this fly by tonight here, which is kind of really cool. So yeah, because I actually read our Florida Man story twice already. So again, thank you if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Again, we do this every week, typically at 8 o'clock on Thursdays. Subscribe to the podcast as well, to give it a rate. Give me some honest feedback on the podcast, and this as well. Give me honest feedback in general. What you think, what you like, would you like to see different? Again, I'm open to all that kind of stuff. Sirius saying up with Doc Brown. Yep, Doc Brown's. Yep. Okay, I'm just catching up here. Years ago in Maui, before my rum life. Peace out. I have to put the grandkids to bed, or they will want to party all night. All right, Don. You take it easy tonight. Say good night to Paula for me. So I think we hit everything again. I know we skipped the cocktail tonight again because I really didn't have anything because I was already drinking enough cocktails. We did our Florida Man story. It looks like we're just going to be not doing bingo tonight, and I guess here is going to be our February winner for bingo. And that's all I've got. I think I've hit everything. We talked about the upcoming podcast. Let me see here. Like I said, all of the vanilla. The vanilla is actually in the room here. I just can't get to it without taking my headphones off. But yeah, so we've got 10 different vanilla flavors. Again, if you're interested in getting some vanilla from us that we've made, the different flavors, let us know. Hit us up in socials, email, Facebook, etc. And then we'll send some stuff out. I think reasonably, just to cover again, cover the expense of making it and shipping, etc. So, but yeah, that's all we got. I think that's all we got tonight. I think we've hit everything that we typically hit. We hit our Florida Man story and talked about the podcast. Again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Have a great time. Again, it's going to be a great weekend. Weather's beautiful right now. I don't want to rub it in for anybody who is not in Florida, not enjoying this beautiful weather here. Again, the weather was great today. I don't know if you guys can tell. I've got probably a little bit too much sun today. But yeah, I can't complain. I don't want to be like kind of the guys hating and all that, but I do like the sun. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. A lot of the new viewers here tonight. Thank you, Ruben, for checking out. Thank you for Justin here. Who else? Don, I think I think this might be the first time you tune in. Also, Evil Ginger, thank you for tuning in. Just doing quick shout outs here for everybody who's tuning in here. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in here. So yes, thank you all. 75 and sunny here, Mero. Okay, that's not bad. That's really nice. Isn't the cold front eventually going to move to the East Coast, right? So aren't you eventually, is it going to drop, the temperature going to start dropping here, I think, soon. So, but yeah, for those of you who are still hanging in there with us, I've been also thinking about doing some stuff for the Patreon viewers, members, etc., where after I really do hard stop at a half an hour, and then I move any type of show, any type of content or live stream past a half an hour over to Patreon. So again, Siri, again, we talked about it because you're a Patreon member, and I know a couple other folks are too. Is let's go ahead and we'll switch it over there, and then not tonight. Again, I'm not in any condition tonight to try to do this tonight. Obviously, I'm having issues with my soundboard, and yeah. So again, check that out. Again, if you subscribe, Patreon link is let me see if I can find this Patreon link somewhere here, and I'll post it there at least for if anyone's interested going forward. I think maybe we got to start that off next month, is something like that, because I think it might be a little bit too much for me to try to swallow. Well, wait a minute. That definitely didn't come out right. That's that's not what I meant. You dirty perverts. But yeah. So yeah, I think we'll try to start that up starting maybe next month, where we'll do a after hour happy hour. I guess the biggest happy hour after hour, something like that, to that extent. And again, we'll do a little bit more. Maybe do a little bit more craziness than I'm already doing now. So again, I just posted in there again. If you're interested and you want to support the show, etc., it's totally up to you. Just want to throw it out there. Not trying to twist anybody's arm. But yes, thank you, Justin, there for tuning in. So I appreciate you tuning in there. So everybody for tuning in tonight there. Yeah, so I appreciate you hanging out with us over on our live stream with JJ, hanging out here with our happy hour, and trust me, there's going to be more. Again, this is a little bit kind of a little crash course tonight. And yeah, appreciate it all for hanging out with me. I love talking to you guys. I love talking. You can probably tell. I already love talking to you in general. So, like I said, I didn't have actually a whole lot to drink once I got home, because I already probably had too much to drink today. So, obviously, you can hear them in my voice. So, yeah, so thank you, Siri, there. Heart's great. Yeah, we had fun. I know, I got a Siri. Don't worry. I'm going to try to do this weekend. I'm going to try to mail this vanilla out this weekend. And get it out to you, and then kind of move on from there. So I know you got some baking to do, and you already told me that you're already you're almost out of your vanilla that you currently have. So I'm gonna get this out to you. Yeah, I'm trying to do so much. There's only so much time. So yeah. So thank you, Sean. There. Thank you for tuning in there. So yeah, Roger. Speaking of real quick, Sean, is Roger and Cole. They are Roger, Royer, and Robert. On the Just Drinking. So a big quick shout out there to those guys. Yeah, they didn't have a show last night. I guess they had some weather issues going on there. So let's maybe move to our shameless plug. Do we want to do our shameless plug segment here? Hold on, guys. We will try to do this real quick. I have no idea which device. I don't even know what device I got going on here. Alright, I have no idea, bro. USB camera. I thought I already did this. Hold on, guys. Well, anyway, so, again, I must be having some major technology issues. I have no idea what the heck is going on here. But anyway, so I want to give a quick shout out here. Again, I don't have my graphics pulled up here. So a big shout out to Jams and Cocktails, one of our partner sister podcasts, part of our network here. So check out Brad Brock and his Jams and Cocktails show every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, Brad has a morning show from 8 starts at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 to 9. I think it's called Jams and Coffee. Again, obviously, cocktails might be a little bit too early. And yeah, check that out again. Support Jams and Cocktails, Jams and Coffee. Again, 8 p.m. Wednesdays, 8 a.m. every day, every Monday through Friday. And then also, so check them out, support him as well. Again, we're all trying to work. Brad and I are trying to work. Brad and I are working on some content together, actually, which should be fun. Hopefully, y'all will enjoy it soon. And also check out what we call the Rum Posse there. So you saw in the chat earlier there in the live chat with JJ, we have the River Pirate, Jason, the River Pirate. Again, he's part of what we call our Rum Posse. Johnny from Ready Set Rum, Nia from My Rum Diaries, and as we were talking about Just Drinking for Rory and Roger and Robert from they have a weekly show on Wednesday nights. And then also we don't want to forget about our good friends over at Sandy Bottle Sips. They're a local store here in West Palm Beach. There's a retail store. They do wine. It's a great little store there. Again, mom and pop store, so go and support mom and pops. Say hi to Chuck and Martha for me. And go down there again. If you're local, I know most of you probably aren't local here in West Palm, but again, they do ship within Florida, and they have a lot of great products here that we do talk about from the show. And then also, our good friend, if you watch the live stream on Tuesday night, our good friend Mario, my partner in crime sometimes during the week, Mario Perez of the House of Wine, Beer, and Spirits there. Again, they're a distributor company here in West Palm Beach. We can get into a whole conversation about distribution of spirits, because that's a whole mystery that most people don't even know about. The House of Wine, Beer, and Spirits. Check it out. Again, another mom and pop store. They're going up against, competing against some of the bigger distributors in the area there. Again, they do a lot of great stuff there, a lot of great products. They help supply some of their giveaways as well, too, for the show. And, so I think that's all of our shameless plugs there. So again, like I said, check out the podcast. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please give us a review over an Apple Podcast. Give it a rating. Again, this is what I'm looking for. I need some feedback. Again, that kind of stuff people do look at. I'm trying to expand a little bit more, and in some conversation with some events here in South Florida. And this is unfortunate. This is what people look at is, do you have the viewership? Do you have the likes? Do you have the follows? Do you have the subscribers? And that is how it drives the advertising and so forth. Is people are following you and into what you're doing. And I know you all love what I do, but we got to kind of grow a little bit more and show people that it is something that's got going on here. So, again, I think that is everything. Again, I thank you all for tuning in here tonight. Thank you all. So, this is Paul, and this is where the backbeats meet the spirits. Cheers, y'all. Have a great night.